All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to be using the Aqua P. It's the latest, most innovative, most affordable way to solve those underground slab leaks. So here's what the technology is, guys. So say this was a copper pipe and there was a leak. Here's the P right there. We drop in the P, comes in like this, and bam, it's supposed to solve those pinhole leaks underground just like that. And we're about to do that right now. All right, guys, so the very first step in making sure that the Aqua P is successful is obviously you got to determine that there's a leak. And one way that we do that is we could go right here to the main, make sure nobody's using the water, turn it on like this. Then you shut the hose bib off, and then you could see right here that we're dropping pretty significantly. So we know there's a leak. So if you ever wonder if you have a leak or not, that's a great little tip right there that we like without having to call the plumber. You just simply make sure that everything is off at the house, put the gauge on your main, turn it on, let that needle rise, turn that hose bib off, and then if you start to drop like that, you've got a leak. All right, guys, let's go in the house and meet Sam, the homeowner, who has dealt with a leak detection company and a plumbing company that opened up 2 holes in the kitchen, and the leak was never found. All right, so here's the kitchen area right here, getting set up right now. This was the first hole here. There's the first hole that they made in an attempt to fix the leak here. Once they determined there was no leak here, they moved over about 4 feet and opened up a second hole. But as you can see, there's no water. There's the 3/4 inch cold line. And what we believe is the leak is over here behind that wall. You see the frustration in homeowners. You know, they expect us as pros to come in here and really do a thorough diagnostic and really perform good work. And it's just so disappointing to see how between a leak detection company and a plumber failed on 2 different levels. Yeah, that plumber on the first hole, I give him that. He just went off of the leak detection company. But at the end of the day, you guys, you've got to make sure that that leak is where that leak is and hold that leak detection guy accountable. Opening up 1 hole, I get. We're not perfect, but opening up that second hole, that could have definitely been prevented. What's your thoughts? If we can solve this 1 house with the Aqua P, we potentially will have this entire community because they're all facing a bunch of slab leaks. So keep our fingers crossed. Hey guys, so before we put Aqua P to the test at any homeowner's house, we did it at our shop. Me and Dave bought some soft copper piping, created some pinhole, and we put Aqua P to the test. And let me take you there right now. Guys, we've been in this business for over 32 years, and one of the biggest calls we get are slab leak detection and the repairs. And right now, the only option that we ever had was an actual spot repair or a reroute.
That's right. Imagine if there was a way to do a non-invasive approach to fix that slab leak without all that major demolition. And in this video, we're really excited to show you the process of this new innovative approach to stop these leaks by just simply dropping a little ball down the pipe.
Absolutely, and the process still applies. We still get the leak detection equipment, we trace everything out, but once we trace that line out, we may never have to go back to a reroute or a spot repair.
All right, so what we wanted to do is offer you the insight on how this works. So we're gonna take you to our shop where we've rolled out some soft copper, which is typically used in a slab foundation structure. And we created a leak, and we're gonna take you through the process and really see how this works.
All right, here we are. We're gonna put this to the test.
Yes, super excited. All right, so this is definitely a makeshift operation here, but we wanted to make sure that we had full pressure, we had hot water, so it all starts right here at the sprinkler hose bib, and we just ran some PEX piping all the way across. We got a makeshift water here, definitely not to code.
We wrapped it over our atrium of our entry of our office. we came down with hot and cold pipes. So what's cool about this little system here, you guys, so you can get a really good insight, is that we have a hot line and we have a cold line. So that sort of answers the question of like, yeah, does it work on hot?
Right.
So, and then what we've also wanted to test out as well is we went ahead and put a T down the cold run.
Yep.
And we're gonna actually put a pinhole leak right here to see if the little P will come up and stop the leak here. On the hot side, what we did is we actually created a riser to see if we could put a leak up there to see if it will travel on the hot side and make its way to seal it. So this is gonna be really, really interesting, guys. All right, as you can see here, guys, this water heater is on. We actually have it set on number 5, which is one step from very hot. So we know we have a hot temperature, and our PSI, water pressure, is, we're coming off our high pressure, so it's running at about 100 PSI. Hey guys, look at Dave's solder joints. He never cleaned them. We're live. All right, guys, we're gonna start with the small one. This is a 5/64 bit. We're gonna drill right here in the center. There we go. Pressure's coming on. That definitely looks like a pinhole leak right there. All right, I'm super excited to drop this bad baby in and see if we can stop that. All right, Jim, shut it off. All right, so you get a box like this. You can see that it's all color coded here. And the one that we're gonna be pulling out right here for that 5/64 hole that we just made is gonna be the blue one. So we're gonna go ahead and peel this off here. This is what it looks like right here inside the package. You've got the epoxy and the polymer. You could see also it's NSF approved and WRAS approved. So completely safe for inside potable water. All right, you could see the two here. We're gonna go ahead and pull those out like this. And then we start mixing the two together. Make sure that that little P's inside. We just start really mixing this. It's almost like that 2-part epoxy you can get at a big box store when you're sealing a pipe on the external portion of it. A very similar situation here. And you might want to wear gloves too if you don't want it sticking to your fingers, but totally safe otherwise. Get this blended all in like this. You want to mix it enough to where it gets a complete solid color. Okay, you could say it's a little bit, it's about 3 times bigger than a BB, would you say, Jim? Oh, yeah. It smells just like the epoxy as well. I can smell it, yep. All right, what do you think? Let me see. I don't know, I think we're good. All right, guys, let's go give it a shot. Test. Here we go. Okay, you ready, Jim? Yep, we're ready. All right, here we go, guys. Dropping this thing in. Like that. I'm gonna shut this off. We're gonna go ahead and pressurize now. There's the leak here. You dropping in, Dave? It's in. Here we go, guys. Still leaking, just a fine mist. Maybe if I knock on it. Oh, it's starting to stop. It's starting to stop. It stopped. It stopped. It took about, what'd you say, Jim? Like, I would say it took about a minute and a half, maybe less. So right here is where we put the hole. Right there. Wow, incredible. That is insane. See right here, guys, and it's getting harder as well. Pretty incredible, pretty incredible. That is. It's gonna be interesting to see what it does on a couple of, on a vertical, and then hitting a 90 and then stopping a leak on that horizontal there. So let's check that out. All right, so the instructions here and the protocol is you gotta allow this a good 15 to 20 minute cure time before you depressure the water system. So we're gonna let this cure for 15 to 20 minutes. While this one's curing, we're gonna jump over on the hot side. All right, guys, I'm on a 6-foot ladder, so we'll go up another foot or so. Let's point it this way so you get a better visual. And we're gonna go with the larger one. Whoop, pretty clean. Yep. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys, this is sort of fun. Here we go.
hot side. Let me just get the pressure out of here. Woo! That's hot. See the steam rising here. All right, we're gonna drop the ball down. All right. And we're off and running.
All right. Come on, baby. Come on.
Come on. So for some reason, it's not stopping that vertical riser. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one more little ball here and see if it'll stop that.
Yeah, one thing with these inline repairs, guys, is that you only have up to 2, maybe 3. You never want to push more than 3. So if 2 doesn't work, then you have no choice but to either do a reroute or a direct repair. This is not a success here on the vertical riser for sure.
All right, well, let's get one more going here and we'll drop it in and see if it stops this. I don't know if it makes a difference, but this is pretty damn hot.
All right, let's go.
Yep. So while my brother's mixing up a new batch here, just trying to pressurize and depressurize to see if I can activate that right into that leak. Not working. All right, so here's the new one. Let's go ahead and drop it down. Close this off. All right, you ready, Jim?
Ready.
Turn it on full blast to see if it'll get in there and just stop that. And so far nothing. That's why it's so important to really test, making sure that if it works here, it's gonna work out on the job site. I hate to do all of this on a job site and it not working, so take a lot of testing here to verify what works and what doesn't. Oh!
Got it, guys. Woo. Got it. There it is right there. It's filling up right here.
Good with small holes.
Oh, got a small leak right here. Really nice. Very, very impressive. Oh, actually, it's water's coming out still. Hasn't sealed up all the way. Pressure's on all the way, guys?
Yep.
Wow, we're getting more of a leak here now. Something's happening here. Oh, there we go. Good, David.
Oh, that vibration must have got that polymer more into the hole because it completely stopped now.
Yeah, that's sealed up right there. Look at that.
All right, so I think what we're gonna do now that we've done these tests, it's obvious that it works much better in a larger diameter hole. So just to confirm what we're saying, we're gonna go ahead and do a much larger hole with a much larger P to see if our theory's right here. So let's give that a shot.
Yep. But so far, pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive. All right, guys, we're gonna go with the biggest here. This is a 15/64 bit right here. We're gonna go ahead and put it right here. That's a pretty big hole. All right, we're mixing up Big Red here. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna push this little red ball in the polymer. Again, really important that you have consistent color. So here we are. I think we're ready to go. All right, there's Big Red. Bye, Big Red. Here we go.
Boom! Oh my gosh.
That was so fast. That literally took like 4 seconds. Boom, it just stopped. Boy, that's a rush. So it's evident that The bigger the leak, the better when it comes to this inline leak. It's unbelievable. See how fast that was?
That was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Is it still leaking a little bit? Or
No, that one's sealed up. It actually burst through the hole, and as you could see, it's starting to really cure.
It stopped. It really comes through.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at that. It's bulging right through.
Pretty impressive.
So we'll let this cure for 15-20 minutes. Then we'll go ahead and depressurize the system. We'll cut this out. We'll go back to the studio and we'll look inside to see how it's curing and how much of that ball is left inside the pipe here. So far though, we give it 2 thumbs up. Well, that was super fun. It actually got my adrenaline going. I really wanted this to work and really wanted to see what the aftermath is after it cures. And to be honest with you, putting my finger inside the pipe where the ball is, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out and see how much cure. Guys, that's like metal. It is really solid. I mean,
and if you think about it, the way we drilled into the pipe, you know, an actual pinhole leak is actually the flare is going to be on the outer perimeter. So it's going to seal much better than what we have here. I am super excited about the results of today's shoot here. So today what I witnessed, my own experience, is that this really does amazingly well with a much larger leak. I mean, I think we've got a lot more practice to do. Yep.
It's not something where you can just grab one of these polymer balls and throw it in a pipe and think that it's gonna be this magical permanent solution. It does take some skill. You have to understand how much water you're losing. But overall, I'm super excited. It's super excited. Look, at the end of the day, guys, you know, you've got to do the repair. You either have to do a reroute, or you're gonna have to do a spot repair by opening up the materials, whether it's really nice tile, taking out cabinets. This is a great alternative, and if it works, awesome. And if it doesn't, there's not a huge loss. You're gonna back to the worst case scenario anyways.
Absolutely. All right, guys, this is the big moment right here. The Aqua P in action. Sam, our customer, in the background, just keeping his fingers crossed, hoping and praying that this works. What's great about the Aqua P is the more aggressive that leak is, this right here loves aggressive leaks. It seals it so much better than a leak that's just sort of dripping. So here we go. Here we go. Please, for Sam, please. Okay, Sam, you want to give your blessing before we insert this into your pipe?
Yeah, my fingers crossed.
Okay, here we go. Okay, dropping the P. There it goes. All right, it's inside. So now we're going to go ahead and turn that off right there. Here we go. So now Marco is listening here, and it should start to decrease if it's working. Still pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive still. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and use the yellow here. So we're gonna mix that up right now. All right, guys, here's the second one here. Well, Sam, we inserted 3 Aqua Ps and no success, so I just want to apologize for that. We did our best. I was really hoping that it would seal up that pinhole leak.
Well, it was a good try.
Thank you.
We have to think of something else.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's definitely a great alternative. You know, anybody that has an underground leak, and if it does work, then it's a huge success. It's going to benefit from taking out island sinks and kitchen cabinets and opening up holes like this. So it's always a great option. And with anything, it's just a trial and error. And unfortunately, in this case, it didn't work. Well, guys, the Aqua P didn't work just because of the situation where it's a very small leak. If it was a more aggressive leak, I have 100% confidence that this would have worked. If you're interested in getting the Aqua P, there's a phone number listed down below in the description below. Leave your comments down below, hit that subscribe button, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.